So, how to determine legion composition? Now, generally in the game, you are free to choose whichever unit you want in the legion as long as you have the trade good required for them anywhere in the region. As you can see, as I don't have any elephants, I cannot add elephants to the legion, and yeah. So you need the actual trade good to be able to get it. In that case, horses require, well, all the cavalry require horses, heavy infantry requires iron. Now, in most cases, you will have the needed trade goods, just so special units like camels, which you'll need, or elephants, which you will have to import if you want them anywhere that is not natural. Now, how to actually determine what units you want. This is the starting Macedonian legion. This is a bad template. So usually what you want to do is go to your military tab, go to your traditions, and look in your traditions what units get the most bonuses. Spearmen, heavy infantry, that's light cav, spearmen, heavy infantry, light cav, and some heavy cav bonuses. Generally, however, from these military traditions, I can deduce that you want spearmen and probably heavy infantry. Why? Because generally, the best unit is the one you can get the most bonuses for. Any unit is viable, whether it's light infantry or horse archers. You also need to check. Usually, these are the traditions you start with, but it's highly likely later in the game that you unlock new military traditions. In this case, as Macedon, in the Hellenic group, it is highly likely I will integrate attrition, because I will conquer Thrace, or end up integrating Roman if I go west. Punic, but that's less likely. In this case, I check Thracian, which military traditions do they have. They are in the Thracian culture group, meaning they have the Daco-Thracian traditions. These traditions I will also account for, because it's highly likely I integrate them. These give heavy infantry bonuses, light infantry, heavy cav. They definitely support the Greek traditions. In this case, spearmen, heavy infantry, light cav are some of the best units. Considering it's the easiest to start with, we'll start with heavy infantry and spearmen. Usually you want to limit the amount of variety you have. So we're gonna remove all these. And we're gonna split the military parts roughly 50-50. For some countries, like Rome, which focus almost all of their bonuses on a single unit, you will want all of your legion, or the military parts of that legion, to be that single unit. Macedon, however, gives double bonuses, meaning we'll want to split it. We also want a number of donkeys and a number of engineers to siege faster and build cheaper roads. This is already a much better unit composition. You also want to account not all units are created equal. As you can see, heavy infantry is naturally stronger, just requires more food. Spearman is naturally countering a lot of units. And light infantry is cheaper, less food, greater in the steps, stuff like that. Yeah, you'll want to account for that. Generally, the higher tier units, which if you get bonuses for them, you should focus on them first, are heavy cavalry, heavy infantry, horse archers, which give a lot of bonuses, war elephants, if you have the food for them, and those are the real high tier units, if you can prefer them. And of course, the the potentially best unit in the game, probably heavy cavalry. And that is how to create your legion composition. Look at your military traditions, count up the bonuses, also check the set of traditions you also want to unlock later in the game. As a Roman, for example, I will either go for Punic traditions or the Greek traditions, depending upon which ones I want to focus on. As the Punics, I'll most likely want North Africans or potentially later Romans. Egypt starts with Greek traditions, but you'll most likely want to. You also need to check for the Levantine traditions, as you can see here. So yeah, count up the bonuses. The units with the most bonuses, those are the only ones you should put in your legion, and put supporting donkeys. The heavier your unit, so the higher the weight for supply limit, which is usually for the heavy units or war elephants, for example, the more donkeys, supply trains you'll need, or else you will start starving. And generally, you also want a couple of engineers. The more you have, the quicker you siege. That's the basis for it. Usually 1 in 10 units should be an engineer, but I always like to start with a base of 3 engineers. And that is how to create or determine your legion composition